It's certainly been a while, but now it's finally time for us to dive back into Arknights with the Act or Die, EX stages, and story. So, let's go live. What's up, everybody? It's me, Johnny G. Welcome back to the channel and to the stream. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to hang out here while we're live. And for those of you watching on the VOD after, you are awesome as well. As I said, it has been a while since since we did part one of Act or Die. I can't remember exactly how long, but we did that. And then the last time we did Arknights, we went back and did the Vector Breakthrough stages. And then it's been a bit of time. And as I said before, I intended to do this over the weekend, but I just had too much going on with family. And yesterday I spent a lot of time sleeping and just was not able to get back to it. So we're going to do that today. We're going to see how far we can go. I'm probably going to split this up between today and tomorrow. And then, kind of roll from there with some things. I'm doing my dailies on my other account while we're talking here, so don't mind me looking down and away from stuff. But, yeah, I'm probably going to split this up a bit between today and tomorrow, and then the rest of the week we'll be grinding out the rest of the Fortnite Battle Pass for this season with the fam, doing some family-related stuff on stream for y'all, but we'll take it from there. But I hope everybody's having a great Monday, kicking off the week right. Those of you who are getting ready to celebrate the holiday this week, hopefully you are not running around last minute trying to accomplish some stuff or grocery shopping like I did yesterday. What's up, Bio? How's it going? Yeah, I ended up yesterday, right before my boys' hockey practice, I ran out to the grocery store to get some stuff. And thankfully, actually, the stores were crazy, but everything I needed was easy to find. So I didn't have issues. Normally around this time, there's trouble everywhere. So it's a struggle to find the things we need, but I found it, thankfully. Got in and out, got home, got him to hockey practice on time, and then came home and went back to sleep after dinner. But yeah, that was the extent of my day yesterday, basically. But yeah, this week shouldn't be too bad. We've got today and tomorrow. We'll probably be doing this Act or Die story and stages and stuff like that, and whatever else we can squeeze in between. And then the rest of the week we'll be grinding out with the fam. Grinding out the Fortnite. Now, I will admit, I am still dealing with a bit of a residual cough, so I've got cough drops, I've got drinkage, I've got everything I need here to keep us going. And we will. But I'm going to get started because I don't have a ton of time tonight. So let's go desktop audio and let's switch over here. Okay. Now let's see. Let me see how I want to do this. Because the EX stages came out on the 20th. Which are these. And every one of these, we've got 3 story. And then each one of these has a beginning and end. What? Yeah, so each one of those has a beginning and end. And I don't believe, yeah, these don't have any kind of challenge mode or anything like that, which is fine. We could always do the EX stages and do challenge mode in between. But I have a video recorded of gameplay of the Dynamo team I have to kind of show how it works, but Discord has a 10 megabyte limit. Don't know how to send it as a link. You could excuse me. You could, there are sites that you can use to convert it into a smaller file size, but sometimes that cuts down on your quality. So probably the best thing you could do is use something like Google Drive. You could use a Google Drive link, upload it to that and send that as a link in the Discord, and that should work. I think that's probably your best bet. I've run into that with some of my voice acting clips and stuff, my recordings that I've needed to send across Discord, and they've come up to over 10 megabytes, so I had to do that. I had to use Google Drive, so you can give that a try, maybe. Let's kick off with some stage stuff. Do one or two of these, and then we'll jump into story. Okay, EX-1, Dusty Prop Room. Does not taste good with the...
Jumping for joy.
Draw swords.
Okay.
Got it.
You can't stop me.
Okay, Pookie, you can go there.
If secrets go
There we go, we got this whole field covered.
everybody's in the game. Look, Lara. So far, I knew you were
There we go. First of all, we're gonna put Shook here, and we're gonna get Lapland back there for some extra attacking. Ooh, baby, look at that.
We're fighting you guys. Then please do your bestest job, or I'll be really bored.
Okay, what did Tippi do? Okay.
I've almost finished this piece. Just a sec.
You ran into me. Moving to designated location.
The
There's a
shadow
spawn
beneath
point.
your feet is not
Put him
your
there.
Illusion and
Him or
intimidation
her
are my tactics
there.
too.
Got it.
Miss Christine. Oh, you go out there and purr, you sweetheart. Oh, you adorable kitten.
hate doth speak.
Crush.
I've swallowed up the sun.
Draw him in. No!
This show has
Spooky,
this
attack.
light shines on us.
If you're really, I'll plant you into the soil to grow anew. No.
Boom! Let's go. Combination of her and Lapland, like her freaking firebombing the place and Lapland just terrorizing everybody with the wolves is so cool.
A little long.
What? You think you're a better robber than me? Awaiting order.
Tippi, go bye-bye. That's okay. Listen, Texas, buy some time for me there. Ooh, she's actually taking that one out. Going to, maybe. No, not quite. That's okay. You know what? Spooky, finish him. Shoot, keep everybody alive, just in case. I think we're good. Oh yeah. Excuse me.
Slice them up like a millefeuille. How do you like it?
Okay. Let's tackle that on challenge. Yeah. Doo-doo-doo. Okay.
Let's go.
Same deal.
Let's begin.
Get Texas out.
Got it. Shut up.
Let's run the same setup. Oh wow. 19, 20, 21. Okay.
No need to cover up. If secrets go public, then everybody's
Let them
in the
fight a
game.
little bit. They're okay. They can fight each other. While we work on our Diki here.
We're fighting you guys. Then please do your bestest job, or I'll be really bored.
Pookie, go finish the job. Texas, help out. Crush these guys.
I wasn't supposed to act so the mountains when
Okay.
sun leaves the light dew.
There we
See
go.
the plains when equinox paints russet hue.
Awaiting order. Shut up.
Okay. And we'll just put Blaze out instead of Tragodia up top. No!
As on
Texas,
your life
attack.
depends.
Stun him.
No.
Just buy some time, please. Ah, man.
Got it. I've almost finished this piece. Just a sec. I wasn't supposed to. Flesh and bone. I swallowed up the slime.
Where's my pointer? There it is. Lost my cursor for a second. Spooky. There. Okay. Alright. We almost lost Shu there, but we got her this time. We're lucky. Slower DP regen on this.
Cut them to pieces.
Miss Christine! Put you up there, because you weren't really useful down below earlier.
I've got a knife enough for you. Only nightmares come with me.
Oh, these two. This is it. Boom! Let's go. Boss I thought didn't last long enough to show you all three of their ultimates.
All right, give me some time
Damn.
to stroll around the battlefield. Need to cool
Guess
off
you
my
wiped
blood.
them pretty quick. Alright. We got that, and we got the EX of it, so let's bump up here. And let's go for some reading time here. Story 1. Only getting Charon's ultimate because the boss didn't last long enough. Darn. He leaves the bed of withered flowers. They say it is a sign of a bountiful harvest. And so someone walked in the embrace of night. Some shared nectar before the bonfire. And some walked hand in hand, lost together where the story diverged. Shut the lips that sound the horn, he said. Close the eyes about to witness eternity, he said. Incite a young fowl to pick the fruit of pain, exile an infant, to arrive at joyful death. Weeds walk their own path, through tears, falsehoods, and riddles. He leaves the bed of withered flowers. He writes his epitaph into the stirring dust, waiting for the day when he gazes upon it. Hold on, let me adjust my mic. Just a little bit here. Fix my stuff here. There we go. Does Lady DuPont still shut herself in her room? It's been 3 days and she's hardly touched her food. What shall we do? The way I see it, the madam is fretting over nothing. As heir to the DuPont family, Victoria's most noble lineage, she is both elegant and intelligent, and no one could fault her for choosing any of her 3 suitors. I sent it to General. Okay, I'll take a look later. We'll take a peek at that. But that's exactly why she's so troubled. 3 Rockefeller brothers may look like they come from the same handsome mold, but they each have wildly different personalities and occupations. When a wise scholar, a brave soldier, and a romantic poet all ask for your hand at once, can you even imagine choosing which to spend your life with? Besides, whatever choice she makes is bound to bring great pain to the other 2. Why, the very thought of the bonuses we'll get when one of those millionaires moves in. Whatever choice she makes, I hope she chooses soon. How could you be so... Cut! Director Quay? Ew, interesting looking dude. Stiff as damned statues. Oh, well, it's just exposition anyway. Might as well cut the scene and add a few symbolic empty shots later. Let's just hope our overzealous producer lady doesn't sweat the small stuff. You two take a break while we make some adjustments to the script. Actually, don't bother coming back for shooting. More adjustments? This guy just can't make up his mind. Shh. The pursuit of perfection. All right, people, we're not taking a break just yet, so shut up already, shut up! Yes, I know we've been shooting for 2 months, and everyone's tired, and the plate's far from the city center, and there are no casinos or shopping districts here, and everything at the self-service bar is undrinkable piss water. But, for better or worse, this is our last week. Time is precious, and so is my film. The death of Lady DuPont is the kind of historical tragedy they don't make in Wrankwood these days, exploring Columbia's changing times through the lens of a noblewoman's marriage. So I don't want it to look like some... Man, hiccups randomly. So I don't want it looking like some cheap cash grab when it finally hits theaters. Let's move on to the next run-through. The Death of Lady DuPont. Balcony, Scene 3. Melanie and Michael, you're up. Europe? Ew. Elegant lady. Handsome man. What's the matter, Miss Rutherford? What do you think, boy? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have made a veteran like you wait a whole minute for me to get ready. Do you think I'm making a big deal out of nothing? Of course not. Alongside Marianne Blake, you used to be one of the greatest actresses in Wrankwood. Seniority, status, etiquette. Hate them as much as you like deep down, but you will respect them on my set. I'm sorry if I offended you, ma'am. So are we ready? I know it's not easy playing 3 different characters, but don't mix them up like you did last time. You're playing the second Rockefeller, the soldier. You're at Lady DuPont's manor, and have just thrown away your older brother's flowers and torn up your younger brother's love letter. You're rushing into your beloved's bedroom to pour your heart out. Silence, please. Action! Believe me, my love, my 2 brothers could never match my feelings for you. I've heard more than enough honeyed words, Mr. Rockefeller. Were I not the scion of DuPont, were our union to bring the Rockefellers no wealth or status in high society, would you still? You wound me. I am no schemer, and I mean every word I say. You know I'm not as smart or sensitive as my brothers. How can I hope to move you if not through the sincerity of my feelings? And how will you prove it? I recently returned from the battlefield where I brushed soldiers with death. When that shell burst right next to me, when I felt my body and my senses flying away, when I came close to death's door, all I could picture was your face, your smile. You have the next line, ma'am. Despicable. What? What kind of soldier would twist his face up like you did when speaking at the battlefield? You put so much honey in your words, you could stick a fly to the ground with it. I know you've spent the last 2 months making moves on anything even vaguely female on this plate, but for God's sakes, keep your private life off the set, boy. Not everyone will fall for a wiggle of your ears and a swoosh of your orange tail like that dumb blonde. Ouch. He's the Arknights version of Stanley Kubrick. Oh my god, yeah. That's a good point. The dumb blonde? But Marion, what are you doing here? Why wouldn't the costume designer be on set for the run-through? I need to see if the costumes are in order. Or what? Don't tell me you also believe that gossip the rest of the crew's been spreading. Right, of course. There's no problem. Moving on. Michael, your performance needs to fit the character better, or it won't come across as sincere. The second Rockefeller's sincerity is the whole point. Without it, how can we possibly convince the audience that this is what pushes Lady DuPont to finally make her decision? You two could take a break while we move on to the next one. Abner? I'm here. We need an evocative transition into the next scene. Gotcha. We'll go with the plan we talked about yesterday. Also, can you stay away from that metal rack? I'm worried the screws will scratch the camera. I can't tell if you're the winner of Wrankwood's Best Cinematography Award or the least professional camerawoman. Almost called him camerawoman. The least professional cameraman in town. Why not both? What happened to you, man? No need to make a fuss of it. Damn. He really wants this to be perfect. As Lady DuPont and the second Rockefeller's conversation fades out, the camera pans away from the balcony. It moves down the steps across a row of portraits and antique vases to the front hall draped with red curtains. The front door opens. The sound of wind and rain trespasses into the quiet manor. The camera follows and a black shadow enters the frame. Miss Christine! So pretty kitten. Meow. What the hell's that black shadow? Is it a ghost? A prop? A hallucination? Somebody's friedkin pet? Do none of you idiots realize what kind of havoc an animal like this could wreak on a film set? Pretty kitten. Don't be a meanie to Miss Christine. We love her. Grab it, Abner. Don't let it mess with the camera rails on the ground. With what hands? Or do you want me to smash the damned camera? It went your way, Marion. I don't have any free hands either. And are you prepared to take responsibility if the costumes get wrinkled? The producer would have a fit. Someone stop it. Video I sent has no audio? Okay. Meow. Pretty Miss Kitty. A mysterious and elegant creature darts through the set, weaving between the wires and delicate equipment laid out over the ground. Its two tails moving this way and that as cries are heard up and down the crowd. Tippi! Ooh, who are you? Stop painting that background and catch that thing, Tippi! And you there, the prop intern! Her name is Moira. Moira! Forget it, Tippi. You're like way too nice, Molly. You can't let people walk, or she would sit on the box. Uh-oh. Moira cannot help but bend down and reach out to it, but as she looks into its clear blue eyes, she feels her mind go blank. The next moment, the creature has vanished from the set. Uh-oh. Finally. How could you idiots let it get away right from under your noses? Oh no, Marion. I'm the one you're mad at. No need to take it out on the newcomers. You. Hello. If you're going to argue, take it outside, or better yet, off the plate. After all, no one expects professionalism out there. Greta. Back to work, people. I thought you'd be more upset about the shooting being delayed. I'm not that harsh, Stephen. Besides, her appearance on set means we're in for a wonderful surprise when it's time to shoot. Her? Wait, you mean that creature? Who else? She's the companion of a guest of mine. And that creature? Who else? She's the companion of a guest of mine, and her showing up means that he's finally made up his mind. He'll play the messenger who appears in the next scene. Isn't that right, Lucian? As you wish. Miss Christine is free. None may interfere with her intentions or actions. I apologize on her behalf. Hold up. We're making a last-minute change just for some pretty boy no one's heard of? It's only a minor role. No need to feel threatened. My handsome leading man, Michael. And it's not out of nowhere. Greta gave me a heads up earlier. Fine, fine. I'm glad you made your decision, Lucian. Film is a very different beast from stage, so I understand why you needed to take your time thinking it over. But that costume fits you so well. I was right to invite you. I guarantee you'll be the next big thing in Wrankwood. I can only hope. Oh, we've delayed long enough. If the actors are ready, let's get on with the run-through. I take it you've got your lines down, Lucian? You could recite them backwards. All right, then. The Death of Lady DuPont, Front Hall, Scene 4. Action! As the second Rockefeller pours his heart out to Lady DuPont on the balcony, a young messenger from afar pushes open the front door. Hello. He's welcomed by Lady DuPont's brother, who always seemed to have a lot on his mind. Oh, for God's sake, where's Sir DuPont? Dalton! Oh, whoops. Where the Hitchcock has he run off to this time? Drinking again? Hitchcock, what a reference. Oh, wow. I can already guarantee there's going to be more references like that throughout this. This is pretty cool. Where's my coordinator? Shelley! We're here. Ooh. Thank goodness. I found him. I brought Dalton. Drunken eyes. I realized he was missing when I took a head count at the waiting area. We searched every food court, self-service bar, and outdoor rest area, anywhere that might have booze. Finally found him in some bushes by the road. Knife. I found the knife. He said he was looking for the knife prop that the messenger is supposed to kill Sir DuPont with. So which one of you sent a drunk to go hunt down a prop? Where's the prop master, Moira? I don't know. Fine, whatever. As long as we've got the prop. Costume crew, get his clothes in order. You do remember what you're playing in this scene, right? Of course. A corpse. Nobody does it better. Pathetic. What'd you say? I'm sorry, but I simply can't stand people like you. You used to be the darling of Wrankwood when pioneer films were in their heyday. Producers were queuing up to book you. And now you're just going to let yourself rot in the mud, like a mud in a pit. What do you know? I couldn't care less what you've been through. but at least show a shred of self-respect in front of the younger generation. That's one of the rules of Wrankwood, too. You're playing opposite a man who's standing in front of the camera for the first time. Fine, fine. What's your name? Lucian. You may also call me Phantom. Whatever. Sorry, kid. Didn't know this was your first shoot. Don't worry, just follow my lead. I can play this role hammered, no problem. I'm gonna try to kill you to shut you up. So the news you brought. We get to scuffling, then you grab this knife and stab me with it. It's a prop, so the blade just slides into the handle. I got a blood bag in my chest pocket, and it'll pop with just a little pressure. Just don't get stuck on thinking, when am I gonna grab the knife, or you won't get in character. Got it? You've read through that letter 3 times now, Sir DuPont. If there's no issue with it, please assemble everyone in the household so I can read it to them. Huh? Dalton's eyes meet the young man's, and he swallows the drunken hiccup that had reached the front of his throat. He sees not a rookie actor on a film set for the first time, but a messenger who had come all the way from Victoria, his gaze tired but strong. The studio falls silent. Director Quay has yet to call action, but Dalton can feel his counterpart's focus, and Abner's camera points towards them. He is looking at a natural. And so he takes a deep breath. No, this is an official letter from Victoria's royal house. I can't let you read it aloud. If people were to hear that the DuPont bloodline is all a lie, then my sister's marriage to any of the Rockefellers will be called off. All that wealth, all that money that should have been mine, my very future, all gone in an instant like popping a balloon. Can't you just leave, boy? Pretend you were never here. I'll give you money. I'll give you money. I'll give you all the money you want. You have no authority over me. Just a messenger. What part of this has anything to do with you? The truth. What? True, what happens to this household has nothing to do with me. But I've got something to do with the truth, sir. Even if I turned around and left right now, the truth of the DuPont family will still have kicked open your door forevermore. I have no power to take away your misfortune. All I can do is announce it's coming, whether you're willing to face it or not. For such is my wretched fate. Dalton looks into the young man's eyes and sees the deep pain and sorrow within. Suddenly, he feels like he has never been so sober. He does not need to recall his lines. They come to him naturally. Pain. Sorrow. Laughable. Who do you think you are? Dalton pulls his knife and swings it at the young man. Sir DuPont and the young messenger fight over the deadly weapon. It takes only a moment for it to change hands, their actions as coordinated as if they rehearsed it 1,000 times. Pain. Sorrow. Laughable. Who do you think you are? I will not let you ruin what should be mine! As I said, sir, my only connection here is to the truth. From the noble halls of Victoria, to the ruins of Gaul, to the Basilica of Laterano, to the coastline of Iberia, I've walked all 4 corners of Terra, delivering the silent message of death and bearing witness to countless meaningless tragedies. The story of the DuPont is but one of them. And while I have never sought it, the truth always reveals itself before my eyes. Such is my wretched fate! Shut up! Sir DuPont desperately lunges at the young man before him. The face of the messenger has become twisted in the struggle. He notices the young man pause for an instant, then grip the knife again. The point of the knife approaches his chest. This man must have felt the weight of fate, he thinks. The lifeless body falls to the ground. Blood, rose petals, the wind and rain. Cut! Did you get all that, Abner? I think we might be able to use this take as is. Sure did. Is this really this guy's first time on camera, Stephen? Greta said he used to be part of a theater troupe. Oh, a stage actor. Honestly, I'm more shocked by Dalton. I haven't seen such a convincing performance from him in ages. Get up, Dalton, we're packing up. But if you want a drink tonight, I'm buying. Dalton? Isn't he getting up? Check on him, Shelley. Uh-oh. It is as if the air has frozen. Dalton lies in front of the steps, not stirring, even as Shelley dashes to his side. The blood bag in his suit pocket has already run dry, but blood continues to seep from his chest. Filled with a terrifying thought, Shelley reaches out toward the red liquid on the ground with a trembling hand. It is warm, sticky, and metallic. This is real blood! Uh-oh. Poor Steven! Okay. We'll move on to the next part of the story here. I already did this stage, so we'll go back. After this one, we'll go back over to the EX stages, do the next one of those. Give me 1 second, though. I need to blow my nose. I will be right back for around the corner here. Much better. Now I can actually breathe. Heli Nahime, arrest that Frenchman. He just murdered someone in 4K. Oh, what's up? Prop knife was a real knife. Sure seems that way. Poor Lucien has killed somebody. Murdered someone in 4K. Caught in 4K HD 1080p. Uh-oh. We've concluded that Dalton's death was an accident. The medical team is taking his body back to Central Wrankwood by short-haul transport. There, they'll report the incident to the police. Shelley has double-checked all the props just in case, so let's take a little break to pull ourselves together, and we'll resume shooting in the afternoon. That soon? Is there a problem? Cameras and film can be replaced, but we're talking about a dead man here. We've only just wiped up the blood. How the hell did he go looking for a prop and end up with a real knife? Did someone trick that washed-up drunk of an actor into looking for a lost prop himself? Or did someone put it in his hands on purpose? Hey now, let's not get carried away here. Sure, the old man was drunk and late to set all the time, but it's not like he had any enemies in the crew. Why would anyone go that far? Besides, it's just an ordinary knife. There are plenty of them lying around in the crew kitchen, in the convenience stores, even our own rooms. Maybe someone just mentioned it in passing to Dalton and then he... All I'm saying is that it's suspicious, okay? Then why don't you ask Dalton yourself, Miss Detective? Look, I know you're all shocked at losing a coworker. I feel the same way. But there's something even more important we should be worrying about. We don't have much time left for the shoot. I'm sure you haven't forgotten that this studio plate is kept separate from the nomadic city. While it's still controlled by the central command tower, the film crew gets direct authority over certain functions, allowing us to drive it outside of Central Wrankwood. And once the lease ends, the studio closes down and the plate returns to its own. 4K 1080p. I know, that's two different resolutions. I'm just trying to quote memes and I'm horrible at it. My bad. They should have checked the knife before they used it. All props should be checked. Come on. How many times does that stuff actually happen in real life, though? When you think about it, you know, real movie filming and stuff like that, where they end up, what's supposed to be a fake prop turns out to be either real or, like, fake ammunition for a gun turns out to be too strong or potentially real and stuff like that. I mean, it sadly happens more often than not. And I mean, I get that sometimes they use things to look more realistic. They use more real items, but stuff gets mixed up. People misplace and don't pay attention to stuff, you know? It is what it is, but it's the Alec Baldwin incident all over again. Exactly. That's first thing that came to mind. First thing that came to mind. But hey, special effects have come a long way, you know? Enough that realistic props are, you know, should just stay that, just props. We don't need real stuff, but yeah. Remind me, though, that someone must indeed answer for this. Prop Master, Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It was your responsibility to manage the props, and you've clearly neglected it. Even your intern was on set before you. I'm sorry, ma'am. Apologies won't cut it, darling. You're fired. I suggest looking for a new job before our plate gets too far from the city. And whatever you're about to say, save it. You're getting off easy and you know it. Brandon Lee got shot by a bullet that should have been a prop. The Crow, right? I think that's what you're referring to. If so, yeah, yep. That movie, the set of that movie was cursed to begin with. So all the stuff that happened on there, his death, and man, that's nuts. And the fact that they keep trying to remake it is insane. You're in charge of the prop team now, Moira. Me? Or you could leave with your former boss, but I trust you're smarter than that. As for you, Stephen, it's time you get your act together. We both agree that the death of Lady DuPont lacks a strong ending. You were supposed to submit the final script for those scenes last week. The shooting is almost caught up with what's written. I have my hands full directing, okay? This crew doesn't exactly inspire confidence, you know. So you still haven't found the inspiration? Yeah. It's your own original script, darling. Your baby. It deserves the very best ending. That's my biggest concern as well. In the end, which of the Rockefeller boys kills Lady DuPont? Where? How? What are her last words? The ending will determine the quality of the whole film. She needs a good, proper death to kickstart the revival of my career in Wrankwood. That's the only reason I've poured my entire fortune into this project. God will come find me. What? Oh, in literary criticism, we often say that inspiration is like a god descending upon the author, using him as a vessel to write about death and rebirth, destruction and hope. Anyway, don't worry. I'll finish the story. Good. Then you're dismissed, so get to work. Yes. How did a knife swing kill somebody? If it's a sharp enough knife, you know. I know, right, Bio? This Phantom guy can't kill anyone in game. If it's a sharp enough knife, it's gonna give a little scratch at least, you know. Drain some blood quick. Maybe he was on blood thinners. We don't know. He was drunk. Miss Stone. Miss Stone. I need to talk to you about something. It's important. I know what you want to say, Shelley, but now's not the time. I have to go check on Lucien. This is his first film, and his first day on set, and something this serious happens. I can't have him running away on us now, can I? As for whatever you're thinking, you're overthinking it. Butter in the head with those horns, please. I'm in charge of the whole prop team. Oh my gosh, congrats, Molly! I mean, it's a shame about Dalton, may he rest in peace, but still I'm happy for you. I've been working here in Wrankwood for way longer than you, but I'm still stuck doing backgrounds. Oh, you just got the chance of a lifetime! Life really is like a box of chocolates, huh? That's because you always put so much of yourself into your work. The art director isn't comfortable letting you handle more. But I'm just a girl from the Pioneer Zone who's good with her hands and came here looking for a job. Can I really do this? If the producer says you can, you can. She's never wrong about people. Your sister will be happy, won't she? You came to Wrankwood because of her, right? You gotta tell her you've been promoted to prop master. I'll call her after we clock out. Miss Stone put her trust in me, so I have to do this right. That's my girl. You're already sounding the part. I bet in just a few days you won't even have time to watch horror flicks with me anymore. Tippi. I want to watch horror flicks with Tippi. It's actually been a while since I've seen a good horror movie. I need a good one to watch. Like, the last one that I watched. God, I can't even remember. I really can't remember the last time I watched an actual decent horror movie. Most of them are just so bad and so cut and paste anymore. We're in that like horror recession right now. And there's so many like remakes and then other movies and stuff that are just, they're so bland and bad and cut and paste, copy and paste stories that just suck. I want something genuinely thrilling and scary that isn't just jump scares and extreme amounts of blood and gore every 5 seconds. I want psychological suspense, actual thrilling horror that gets you like freaking out and gets chills on your arms. need something good. It's been a long time. And I never trust reviews online because reviews most of the time suck. One moment you'll get somebody who says that this is the greatest film ever, and then you get the next person that's like, it's a 1-star, it's absolute garbage, the writing sucks. You know, I'd rather just watch it myself and figure it out, but man. Tippi's got me wanting horror movies now. Stop walking in front of me, Shelley. You already checked the storyboard 3 times and the equipment 5 times. I swore to the producer that I wouldn't lose another set of cameras. Now can you stop glaring at me like that? Prop bullet that Brandon Lee was supposed to be hit with wasn't checked if the primer was removed. Ugh, damn. So all I knew about that situation was that he, you know, obviously got shot by a real bullet as opposed to a prop, but I didn't know that that was the case. That's interesting. Whenever I went to see thrilling horror and suspense, I watch other people play Arknights. Oh, that's cold. That's cold. So you're saying I'm horrific. I see how it is. I see how it is.
Do you think it was really...
What's that? Speak up.
Do you think Dalton's death was really just an accident? Doesn't it seem strange to you?
Don't know, don't care. I've lost count of how many times I've had to work overtime because that has-been got lost in a beer keg. Good riddance.
He wasn't like that 5 years ago.
Oh shit. He was at the top of the world, starring in Greta and Steven's next big thing. How could I forget when we were both there?
That's the weird part. I saw a lot of familiar names on the staff list during the planning meetings, and when I saw your face, I got this eerie feeling like
we were back 5 years ago, witnessing that young actress's death again.
Doesn't it all seem a little similar?
How so? One was a fall, the other was a prop mix-up. You're overreacting, Shelley.
I'm telling you, I'm not crazy. Ah, now I remember. Dalton was the one most responsible for the accident. Judgment has come. Someone came for him.
Just stop already. Stop scratching your arm and stop coming up with this nonsense. I told you. If what happened still bothers you that much, get therapy and stay away from the set. We're just ordinary Joes shooting crappy movies for a living. Nobody gives a flip about us. Shelley, you hear me? Shelley!
I hear it. Something's coming. Coming for us.
Paranoia's hitting her. I don't know yet. All I've seen so far is impeccable voice acting. Well, I'll take that compliment. I appreciate that much. Hopefully I don't scare you too bad. White flower. Picture the position and angle of the stab in your mind. Near the bottom right of the abdomen is a gap between vital organs, rich in blood supply but not immediately lethal. You can feed off the blood of others and let it herald the climax that is to come. Or you can move the point of the knife up and penetrate the thorax. The lungs are fragile and offer no resistance. Your target will drown in both his own blood and your animated monologue. Raise your dagger, boy. Think back to the segments we've rehearsed. You've done well. There's only one step to go. Stab. Let the point of the knife know how it feels to stir the organs and sever blood vessels, and let it listen to the sound of the heart beating. Are you afraid? How ordinary. Ooh, look at this tail! Okay, what do we got going on here? Wait. It goes from spots to stripes? Wait a second. Okay, troop leader. He's not afraid. He just doesn't understand. He's still not willing to practice stabbing. He hasn't spoken a single word since he took up the dagger. Ooh. Yes. Spots to stripes. What an intriguing hairstyle and color and everything. My word. What an outfit. And those nails. Go prepare for tomorrow's performance. I will instruct him myself. I see. Understood. Do you find the dagger heavy?
Yes.
But its weight does not come from the metal, nor the ornaments. It comes from your heart. Do you understand? The boy's hair covers his eyes. He nods in silence. White Flower does not realize that you've learned so quickly. You're waiting for her to provide answers she cannot give you. Listen to me, child. He gives me like a Sephiroth vibe, or the dude from Castlevania. He's got the same look on his face. Anyways, troop leader holds Lucien's little hands in his own. His smile is warm and gentle, but his iron grip permits no refusal. Lucien can feel his stiff fingers begin to relax. Forget the techniques that Whiteflower's been trying to teach you. You have no need to imitate any form or any method of stabbing. There's no dagger without blood on it, no crossbow that is not fired. Just hold them. They are not props. They will tell you what to desire. Let them guide you. Do not doubt them, even if they point towards someone you've never expected. A friend, a lover, even yourself. Perhaps even me standing before you now.
You?
Have no hesitation. Stab. Give it a try. Try it. Try it.
You and I... What roles are we playing?
If we're forgetting the techniques, then forget the characters and the script as well. It's simply the medium of theater, not theater itself. Lucien grips the knife. The troop leader lets go of his hand and kneels in front of him so that their gazes are almost level.
But we're too close to each other.
Are you afraid you'll hurt me? It's all right, child. Forget even that feeling. You'll immerse yourself in theater and touch upon its beauty. Gazing at the troop leader, Lucien finds himself overcome with doubt. Is this really the first time he's seen the man? He does not understand what he is saying. He begins to doubt whether the feline before him even exists at all. Lucien can feel his own heart throbbing. The heartbeat never lies. The heartbeat knows the answer. How should he ask it? The troop leader smiles, encouraging him wordlessly. The answer is obvious. Without hesitation, Lucien thrusts. That could be taken more ways than one. I'm not as active on Arknights as I used to be. I just do my daily and leave, but I do play events. They're too quick to finish. Yeah, that's understandable. You know, whatever you gotta do. I know you've been playing a lot of Reverse 1999. You're still... I've got to take some time to play that. We might get some time here soon, because next up is the Path of Life rerun in this, and, I mean, the Trials for Navigator is in as well, but I'm going to have some time here, I think, finally, a little bit of a break to catch up on playing some other things and the other games that I've started and not finished on the channel, because I suck at time management. Did you feel it? Lucien's hands are trembling. He feels them grow weak, almost letting go of the dagger. The troop leader has not moved an inch, not even a flicker of an expression. Lucien is certain his knife found its mark in the man's body. He heard a sound, felt the pain that should not have belonged to him, a strong, willful pain. He had been silent since he came to the troop. Now, though, the pain makes him want to sing. This is your first lesson. All stories leave behind only certain emotions, or... Troop leader pauses. Lucien casts a questioning glance and meets those golden eyes. A bond so tight, it cannot be broken. You're a natural actor. You should study with me. Think about it, and come and find me. I will never be an obstacle to you, Lucien. Ooh, I like the look of his character. Very interesting. I want to know the mystery, because I haven't played the other stuff with Phantom to know. I mean, I don't think there's really much in the IS mode with him story-wise to tell you about him, but still. Lucien looks down at his hands. The blood on his gloves has been washed away, but he remembers the feeling of taking Dalton's knife out of his hands. Fascination, revelry. The complex emotions he felt when he was taught to use a dagger for the first time. Forget complicated assassination techniques. Ignite the ego with intense emotion until all that is left is two souls tearing at one another. Let life converge upon the knife of truth and falsehood and bestow upon the target the perfect ending. Death. I have an idea, have a schedule written up and have it posted on Discord. I would like to do that, but unfortunately, how many times have I said, you know, hey, I'm going to go live tomorrow at the end of a stream, or I know you're not on X, but on X, I do my live, like I'll do a live stream just with like updates, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of deal. And I'll talk to everybody and let them know like what my plans are for the week. And usually something ends up getting in the way, or lately I haven't been feeling very good. So I kind of feel horrible making plans and saying ahead of time that I'm going to do something or I'm going to stream on a certain day, trying to schedule things out. And then I fail at it. You know, I feel stupid and I feel horrible that I'm not following through on my commitments. So I mean, I used to do that a long time ago. I made stream schedules every week and I posted them on socials, but I just got tired of not being able to follow through on time. So maybe in the future we'll be able to get to that, but I've got to have more time to be able to do that. And with everything I've got going on right now, it's just not feasible for me to have like a set in stone schedule between my voice acting stuff and stuff with family. Now the holidays are here, but still working on my house. There's a lot of stuff going on, so we'll get there eventually, though. I'll start doing schedules once we get everything sorted out. Come in.
Lucian. Adam Stone. You look pale. Are you all right?
Okay. So that is the before for one. Let's do the after, and then we'll go back over and do another stage or so. Ooh. A winery from Siracusa. For our friends joining us for the first time, if you're here for exquisite Yanese calligraphy or rare Sargonian treasures, I suggest you save yourself some time and leave now. This here is a script auction unique to Wrankwood, where unfinished ideas, drafts, and their associated copyrights are up for sale. As such, unlike traditional auctions, where anything put up must have its authenticity verified, we offer no guarantees as to the value of the items. Whether it has marketing potential or artistic value, whether it will become Wrankwood's next timeless classic or a forgotten flop. That is for you and you alone to decide. To protect the intellectual property of the items on auction, you are asked to put away your terminals and turn off any recording equipment. And without further ado, allow me to introduce the first item. The Death of Lady DuPont, a story of love and hatred taking place in Colombia, involving two blue-blooded families in changing times. Bidding starts at 100,000 gold certificates. 100,000. We have a bid for 100,000 from the gentleman in the back. 150,000 from the pretty young lady on the left. Anyone else? 150,000 going once. 150,000 going twice. 600,000. Stone, are you here to ruin my auction? Placing such a high bid for the first item will only make the rest of it seem like an afterthought.
I have no interest in slowly inching up the price. I simply bid what it's worth to me.
I understand that it's your style to gamble lavishly on scripts. Think of your finances. Didn't quite a few of your recent films flop? Are you sure it's wise to spend so much?
I can afford your fee. Smack that hammer of yours, old friend. You have a rather talented young man here, and I'm eager to have a conversation with him.
Was this a flashback? It did show up black and white at the beginning, so yeah. I would guess so.
Whiskey, please, no ice. Would you like one too, my friend?
Ah, yep. He's still in the Phantom.
My doctors advised me to refrain from drink. That accent? Are you from Sargon? Interesting. That stern, sullen complexion of yours could not be more Victorian.
We were aware you were busy, so just make everyone aware that you're going to have something going that you wouldn't be able to stream at that time. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the smartest thing to do.
I've tread the sands of Sargon, but I was indeed born in Victoria. You switch between languages at ease, and your accents are flawless. But from what I can see in your habits, those aren't the only two countries you're familiar with. I've been to Bolivar, Siracusa, Titanian, Rimbiliton, and now Wrankwood. The entertainment capital of Terra. Pleasant weather and lots of sunshine. Perfect place to shoot movies. So what brings you here? Research? Pleasure? Or perhaps you're like everyone else who came to seek fame and glory, most of whom end up at extras market, fighting over bit rolls to make ends meet? I'm looking for someone. I've tracked his shadows across many lands over the span of many years. Oh, who? I know all the film crews, whether they work downtown or on the nomadic plates. Maybe I could be of help. That won't be necessary. I see. Fair enough. What a shame, though. Nothing else. My name is Greta Stone. I'm a producer here at Wrankwood. Rather well-known one in the industry, if I might add. Took you for the son of some noble or a film school student who came to try your luck and was hoping to invite you to join my film crew. Everyone who comes to the Wrankwood script auction tends to have a passion for artistry, and I must admit you have a rather unique aura about you. I was once an actor for a small theater troupe in Victoria. I knew I was right. You were born for the silver screen. But I suppose that's all moot if you have other business to attend to. I guess I'll be going home empty-handed. Can I see the script? Of course. This rough draft is just the starting line. I'll give it the time, manpower, and money it needs to become a masterpiece that will leave its own mark on cinema history. And I guarantee that you'll shine, even with just a minor role in a single scene. I also wouldn't worry about your, little health issues. Wrankwood has special protections in place for infected actors, so as long as you pay for proper insurance. You may call me Lucian, Madam Stone. I will consider your proposal.
Yep, flashback. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Yay! We'll keep an eye on that, chat. I think we're good right now, but if anything pops up with the stream quality, just let me know. I did reboot my internet earlier because I had some issues just trying to upload some stuff, but we'll see.
Let me apologize again, Lucian. This is your first time working on a film, and you signed the contract after careful consideration. You deserve to experience the joy of cinema I'd promised you. But who could have imagined such a terrible accident happening on your first film shoot in Wrankwood? I'd understand if you need some time to process things. I'll have Shelley reschedule your next scene. But I'm afraid there's no way to cancel your contract and leave the cast now. The plane has already moved beyond the range of short-haul transports, and won't return until the lease expires. I'm not leaving, and there's no need to reschedule. Are you sure? Trauma like that could easily affect your performance, let alone your daily life. I'm no stranger to surprises on the stage. Performing on stage like you're used to definitely has more unpredictability than in front of a camera. Still, they're just plays. Plays. Perhaps. Miss Christine! A mysterious and elegant creature once again shows up by Lucian's feet, rubbing herself against the feline's calves, seemingly oblivious to Greta's presence. Are you sure you don't need rest, Lucian? I wouldn't mind letting you enjoy Miss Christine's company a while longer. She's looking forward to the next part of the story, as am I. You're much calmer about this than I expected, but I suppose it would be tactless of me to say anything more. Then I'll see you on set tomorrow. Nobody is suspecting him. Excuse me. The mysterious and elegant creature grooms her fur, then gazes at Lucian, as though deep in thought. Miss Christine. Her two tails sway freely in the air, drawing blurry shadows. She floats up and orbits Lucian's shoulders, perhaps observing, perhaps savoring. Finally, the beautiful creature sits upon Lucian's knees, placing one paw on his forehead. Lucian feels a comforting warmth. Oh, look at her heart shape, so pretty and elegant. I want to give her lots of pets and head scratches. Tart, astringent. Lucian hears a mysterious voice in the empty room. He does not bother looking for its source, instead gazing into Miss Christine's eyes, still as a statue. He knows she is projecting these words into his mind. Stealth and silence are your ways of avoiding trouble. You rarely talk unless necessary. Do my emotions taste that bad? It's not a bad flavor. I like trying new things, even if they're not always to my taste. What are you thinking about? That long-winded snake could not have incited such complex emotions. One of many memories of my life in the troop. The troop leader saw that I was a fast learner and personally instructed me in the use of weapons. When I held that knife in my hands, I felt exactly the same as I did that day. Then I understand the spiciness and the sweetness of the aftertaste. Conflicts and the struggles you experienced at the troop, those things humans call pain and tragedy, have been transformed into an alluring meal. I like it. Even after killing him, I've continued to search for him. The remaining troop cultists, the strange rumors in remote villages, and that ostentatious mark. Along the way, I've been trying to verify a hypothesis that has been floating in the back of my mind. That perhaps he has come back to life. The story that the snake is filming has quite the strange flavor, one that is most addictive. Thank you for reminding me. While flipping through the script, I saw the twin-faced seal of the troop engraved in the gaps between the pages. What seems coincidence for the characters is always deliberate design of the author. Madame Stone, seemingly unrelated to the troop, has become our guide. Yet I was still not certain. The riddles he left behind are mixed with lies and half-truths, as we know only too well from these past events. That is, until Dalton died by my blade today, and my memories of the past were awakened by the familiar sensation. This is an invitation from him. I think we've come to the right place, Miss Christine.
A two-tailed cat would be something to see in real life. Kind of would remind me of like how every once in a while you see that, like the rare genetic mutations, like with a snake having two heads and stuff like that. That would be something cool though. All right, let's bump over here and do EX2. Let's see how this goes. Actors makeup room. Ooh.
You people, I don't think I'll even remember your faces after this one.
Ooh.
Anyway, let's just get started. Draw swords. Awaiting orders.
Oops.
Got it. Cut
Pull
them to
her,
pieces.
and let's do...
Illusion and intimidation at last.
Texas can take him on. Come on, Naruto. Do something.
Moving to designated location.
Really?
Almost finished
Okay.
this piece. Just a
There we
sec.
go. All right.
I've got an idea. I've swallowed up the sun.
Okay. Lapland there. Now we got both sides kind of protected, which is nice. Good with these guys right now.
Got it. You can't stop me.
Okay. There we go. Let's get some Miss Christine action going on.
Shadow
Tragodia
beneath
there.
your feet
And we'll
is
throw
not
Pookie down
your
here.
own.
Okay, so we've got these as well.
Your weapons are right at your
Okay.
fingertips. Why wait?
Killing urge does.
You can't stop me. What are you waiting for?
No, that guy's walking through. No, he's not. Ha ha! Thank you, Pookie. Just in time. Love it. Since we got the light over this way, we'll just keep Shu over here to keep that going. Hold on to that. Oh, one of them things is out. Gameplay.
Got it. Cut them to pieces.
Enough, please. Only
No!
nightmares come
No, we lost that one. Okay. So we've got to be able to get that light. The problem is, the light only faces the one way,
You win.
and it won't work. You know, you can't get both. So let's try that again.
Really go wild.
That's interesting. It's not a difficult stage, but it's just stopping those guys from running right through. When the light's on them, I think that allows them to be blocked. I can't remember. It's been long enough. Yeah, see, we can't do anything there. We seem to have more of them this way, so let's focus on that.
Awaiting orders. You can't stop me.
Okay. But Tippi here.
Almost finished this piece.
Let's worry about
Just a
this.
sec.
Okay, Lapland here.
Bit of dark light to get your heart pumping.
Okay. Okay.
Toxins and traps are my tactics.
Pass on your last words. No. Shut up. Moving to designated location.
Okay.
No need to
Hold off
cover
on Miss
up.
Christine.
It's secrets to public that
Okay.
everybody's in the game.
Not gonna use Wish though yet. What we could do, we put Miss Christine here for a little bit of extra stuff. I'll throw Tragodia this way.
Awaiting orders. Shut up.
The spotlight shines on us.
Blaze will help over that way. I'll hold on to her skill until we need it.
Resist me not.
Get it.
Come to my song.
Love how she cleans herself. She's so pretty. Precious.
Got it. Shut up.
Oh, bye-bye, Tragodia. It's all good.
No, it wasn't easy. Right up and taste my fireball pepper. I swallowed up the sun.
Okay, now we're doing a little better. Boosting.
This will keep you quiet. Awaiting order. You can't stop me. Moving to designated location. Look, Zara.
All right, now we can sick them again.
The curtains are about to fall.
I'll make you shriek so loud to start.
Okay, we got them, barely.
No. Right up and taste my
Done.
fireball
All right.
power.
Seen a two-headed cat. Both are functional. Ooh, that's interesting.
That's how we do it.
Kinda
and that's
scary,
how
too.
we're gonna keep doing it until
But-
the stupid, never-ending Originiums all bomb to bits.
All right, let's do that
Go home and
on
get some sleep for once.
challenge mode.
Home.
Let's do that one.
Gonna have to rebuild Kazdel.
What's up, Silent? How's it going? Actor's makeup room. Okay.
Malheureusement, le parfum du conflit m'est familier.
Sure, whatever you say. Okay. Need Lapland there. Okay.
You saw nothing.
Okay. Let's keep this slow. Just for now.
And intimidation are my tactics too.
Just try me.
What I should do, I should put Mulesies back in my team here.
Relax.
She would be very beneficial in stuff like this. Being able to take away these guys really quickly.
You can't stop me.
Air's burning my lungs.
Okay, we'll need to get Lapland out there soon. But at least with her... There we go.
Shadow
That's a good
beneath
idea
your
for him.
feet is not your own.
Moving to designated location.
Your weapons are
Okay,
right
so
at
we
your
got her.
fingertips. Why wait?
My blood is boiling.
This show hasn't been spotlight
All right,
shine.
we'll use her.
Shut up.
All right, we'll hold off on anybody else temporarily. So we can stock up some DP. Get ready for later.
Awaiting orders. You can't stop me. Bad luck. You ran into me. Moving to designated location.
No. Scorch the heavens. Burn it.
Enough to me. Only nightmares come with me.
Okay. Okay, let's keep DP regen going.
This show hasn't started, and these places all look right. Your body. I knew who you were right away.
Pass on your last word. No.
I've almost finished this piece. Just a sec.
Okay, I think we got it.
I've got an idea. Enough
Yep.
dreaming.
Let's go.
Only
Challenge mode done.
Nightmares come with me.
Believe me, I'm surprised they lived a long time.
Now in the field.
That's crazy.
Another season full of hope.
That's crazy to think about. You know, come to think of it, I think I've seen a two-headed turtle as well that was in a very similar capacity. Okay, so where are we at here? We did story 1 and we did both parts of this one. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sets of story yet, and we're on stage 3. So, all right, let's do this stage and then we'll read a little bit more. Immaculate. Pair I'm talking about is Frank and Louie. Interesting. I'm not familiar. I'm gonna take Tippi out, and we're putting Mulesies in. Because I'm not taking Miss Christine out. She's too pretty. Excuse me. I used Tippi during the main story, so the main story stage is last time I played, so I'm good without
Sounds
her.
perfectly positioned. Let's head to the ambush.
Let's aim that way.
The stage stirs not a soul.
Awaiting orders.
You can't stop me. Easy peasy.
Okay. Let's throw that up with Narantuya for range. Beautiful. In that case, we'll put Narantuya here for some coverage all through this way.
Want a candy?
This also generates my DP a lot quicker. Pookie here,
Cover up. If
just for
secrets go
her
public, then everybody's in the game.
attacking.
I've got an idea.
All right. Let's have some
Get what you
defenders.
deserve. Shut up.
Shoot here for the heals.
A word I've not heard in a long, long time.
All right. Ooh,
Got an idea. What?
not the one I wanted. I meant to click him. That's okay.
I knew who you were right away. Animosity.
Keep everybody healed, Shu.
When summer leaves the white dew.
That Texas helped take them out pretty quick. Beautiful. That guy. Nice. Pretty halfway. There you go, Poity girl. That was probably the dumbest place to put you, but we'll try.
Want a candy? Take like water.
Enough dreaming.
Pick
Only
this guy out
nightmares.
here. Yep, I lost her. That figures.
Awaiting orders. Shut up.
Nah, I'm not too worried about it. We're this close to the win anyways.
Pass on your last words. No, need speed to succeed.
I wasn't supposed to plant you into the soil to grow anew.
Draw.
Patience, friend. Heat control.
Ready, go. Catch everybody on fire. 2021, 22. Boom, let's go. Another one. All right, we'll do the EX or the challenge of this too. Purr, pretty gay lady, purr. Just makes me want to hug my kittens, which I believe one of them is currently curled up on my wife on the couch. Oh man. Okay, challenge. That one wasn't too bad. Do it again. Okay.
Crosswords.
If they're making my life difficult, I'll make theirs twice as hard. It's always been that simple.
You do that, Wishadel. You do that. Okay.
Illusion and intimidation are my tactics too.
Run the same strategy and see how that works. What did I do next? Let's Pookie, you know what? We're gonna put her one step forward.
Right at your fingertips. Why wait?
And I didn't really use her. I used her here, and then I used you down below.
Get what you deserve. I mean, what you ordered.
There we go. Still keeps everybody in.
Summer leaves the white dew.
Tough to swallow, huh?
Go.
I knew you were right away. Hiya. Want a candy?
There we go.
Like the water.
I've got an idea. What? You think you're a better robber than me? Got it.
DP generation up. Use Texas to help kill that guy off. Boom.
Need speed to succeed.
Her. Just out of curiosity.
Shadow beneath your feet
Yep.
is not your own.
It's all good.
my lungs. Temps just right.
What do you fear most?
No, it wasn't easy to run faster before I caught
Oh.
a swamp. Clear skies for Qingming, rain clouds for Korea.
That's fun. Unleash Spooky here right away. Go get her. Get them, take them out, all that stuff.
Patience, tough to swallow, huh? Cut them to pieces. Want a candy? Take it like the water. Right up and taste my fireball.
Last one. Let's go. Frank and Louie lived for 15 years there in the Guinness World Record for the longest living pair because they wouldn't have a long life if they didn't survive the odds. Oh, wow. That is quite a record. Well deserving of them then, too. All right, let's do, whoops. Let's collect this and then do a little more reading. So we have 8 EX stages, cool. And we're already through 3 of them, so let's catch up on a little bit of this. We did 1, so... It's not the stage, we did that. Story before. Here we go. Let's do a couple more of these. Got another throat drop in.
Forget your poor brother and elope with me, Lady DuPont. Come to your senses, Second Rockefeller. You heard the messenger. There is no Lady DuPont. That nobility, elegance, intelligence, everything you loved about me is but dust in the wind. I am not worthy to be your wife, nor yours. Not yours, nor your brother's. I'd still love you, even without the DuPont name. It was your brother, the dead man, who had been using you all this time. You're an innocent victim in all this deception. Don't blame yourself. But the reception hall is filled with guests, come to pay their respects. The name DuPont may be an illusion, but it would not be appropriate for me to leave this house right in front of them. Don't worry, my love. I know a way to leave this manor now, and be free of these family conflicts forever. How? Have you forgotten? I'm a soldier. Look. This is... I made this wire from materials I found in the storage room. It will take us from this balcony across the garden and into the forests behind the manor. Come with me to a place where wealth and status don't matter. Oh, my dear soldier, your methods are so crude. What if your pulley gets stuck? We would be hanging in the air for hours until someone finds us, or the rope could snap, sending us plummeting into the forests. Trust me, it's very safe. I would never let any harm come to you. Is it? I think I'm going to fall. No! Hanging wires, pulleys, falling, falling, falling. Someone just fell. Call the ambulance now. There's blood everywhere. Don't just stand there, Shelley.
She feels a chill run up her spine. She cannot move even her fingers. The sound of fraying cords pulls at her nerves.
What on terra happened? An accident caused by an aging wire rig? And the case is closed just like that? Someone died!
No, the 2 accidents were not alike. Dalton died from a stab wound, while the actress from 5 years ago died from a fall. She hears the ominous sound again. Where is it coming from?
Shelley! Shelley! Get away from there! The container's about to fall! Fall?
Shelley looks up in a daze. The container hanging in midair is coming closer and closer, as though she is the one hanging in midair, and she is about to fall. As it fills her vision, a shadow appears next to her, and a pair of strong hands grabs her by the shoulder. Shelley feels the world spin by the time she comes to her senses. She is standing on the other side of the set, safe and sound.
Lucian, thank you.
You can let go now.
Oh, sorry.
Not you. Moira, yes. You can let go now.
All right.
Only then does Shelley see the small frame of the prop master grabbing the rope connected to the container with all her might, her arms trembling and her face red. Only when Lucian repeats his words does she slowly release it. She was trying to hold on.
You're too on edge. It's my job as prop master. What happened? I should be asking you that. Sure, these containers are getting old and need to be checked to ensure the ropes don't get loose, but are you out of your mind? Not only did you interrupt the shot by screaming out of nowhere, you didn't even budge when that thing was about to fall on you. What could have spooked you like that? Is this your first time seeing a wire rig or what? No, seeing Melanie and Michael brought back memories of that fall 5 years ago. Go take a break, Shelley. You're getting in the way of the shooting. Leaps over a prop box. Brushes against Lucian. No, I mean, I was just spooked by that mysterious black creature running around over there. Sorry, please continue. Oh, Angie unhappily swishes tails. She Angie. She said, no, don't you dare call me mysterious. Even though I am. How dare you? You know, Shelley's not half bad looking, but she's always so jumpy and it makes me uneasy. A shame the scene was interrupted. I was just getting into my role. Getting into your role? You ought to be thanking her for interrupting that take because I was about to chew your head off. Your delivery, your posture, your expressions. We've been at this for 2 months and you show no sign of improvement. That rookie could act circles around you on his first day in front of a camera. I thought I told you to keep your private life off the set. It would seem Greta was wrong about you. It was a mistake to give the leading role to a pretty boy who gets cast from the color of his ears alone, in 3 different roles in the same film, no less. You're right. Humph, by the sudden modesty. Normally you'd be coming up with all sorts of flippant excuses by now. I was just thinking about poor old Dalton. I don't have anywhere near your experience, and Shelley's close call just now has left me a little shaken. Be professional. Accidents, failures, bad reviews. You'll never make it in Wrankwood if you let little things like that affect you. I could learn a lot from you in that regard. I heard you were standing right behind Marianne when she swept the Wrankwood Awards with a film completed in just 28 days. And that after coming home empty-handed and being ridiculed by the press, you went back to the set the very same day to continue shooting. I'd have quit ages ago if I had to compete with a superstar like that. And what's that supposed to mean? Oh. No. I didn't mean it like that. You've just been so calm in the face of Dalton's death, and I wanted to know your secret. That's all, I swear. Secret? There's no secret. It's only because I didn't know him that well and had nothing to do with this accident. You, though. Why is his death affecting you so much? Were you involved in it? I'm starting to wonder, is he maybe involved in some way, shape, or form? Just the way he is in general. Maybe he's with the troop, you know? Could it all be a coincidence? Am I just imagining things? Should I see a psychiatrist? Shouldn't use Miss Christine as an excuse. Who's there? She wasn't there when you said she was, and wouldn't have run around in a way that would disturb you. Hey, please apologize to her on my behalf. I will. What is it you're so afraid of? What I'm not afraid of after that accident on the set 5 years ago? I know that look. Curiosity. I mean, I can tell you, it's not exactly a secret. You could find out with just a little digging. Her name was Laura. She was a rookie actress on Wrankwood who caught Greta's eye. Extremely passionate about her work, but knew nothing about the unspoken rules of the business. Dalton was already an alcoholic at the time, but he was still a big name. He decided to put her in her place by adding extra scenes that kept her in a wire rig for 6-7 hours. Till the wires broke and she fell to her death. The way the blood spread out from under her. It was just like what happened to Dalton. Lucian looks at Shelley's arm. There are marks of self-harm all over it. Signs of the impact the incident has had on her. Shelley pulls down her sleeves, her face filled with anxiety. But I can take care of my own problems. You're underestimating those problems. This will only become more frequent. At first, only similar sounds would trigger the hallucinations, but now, even the sound of a chair being dragged can take you back into the past. Gee, thanks for the concern, Dr. Lucian. I've dealt with these wicked voices in my head for 5 years. I know them better than anyone. All I can do is outrace them. Do as much as I can before fear and irrationality take over. Maybe Dalton's death really was just an accident, but either way, I have to eliminate any possible risk, any possible threat to prevent that incident 5 years ago from happening all over again. Even if the threat is coming from the film crew itself. There's something else you're concerned about. Greta's hiding something. We share an office. I saw a strange document on her desk before the plate left Central Wrankwood. She stopped me when I was about to open it. The riddles just keep piling up, but everyone I know who was there back then and went through the same thing would rather not bring it up. No way can we talk about this with each other openly. And now I'm being constantly interrupted by these voices and hallucinations. Pain can mitigate them. What did you say? I said pain. It won't rid you of your anxiety or panic attacks, but it will give you time to breathe, to do what you really want to do and solve the unsolved mysteries. The voices and shadows hide in tiny corners, impeding and distracting you as you try to find yourself. Pain is one form of resistance, though fingernails alone may not be enough. The tip of a pen or a knife, the proper application of force, any sharp object can be of help. Tongue, the back of the hand, the top of the thigh, those areas are more sensitive to pain. You're a weird guy, you know that? But you sound like you know what you're talking about with hallucinations. Have you ever had to calm yourself like that? Who are you?
He's the Phantom of the Opera. Phantom. Pain is a form of mitigation.
Strange whispers, strange sights. Except unlike Shelley, the problem he faces is not the fear of these things, but the desire for them. Lucien hasn't returned the Originium phonograph yet?
Nope. He must be anxious. Didn't Whiteflower say he's had trouble sleeping?
Too much superficiality in his ecstasy and anguish. He doesn't understand more complex, more extreme emotions. It limits his performances. But he's young. Why the rush? It's been 6 or 7 years since Lucien joined. With his beautiful voice, he was considered a rising star at first, and the leader instructed him personally. But he's hit a wall now that he's finally in a lead role. Listening to those records won't solve anything. Emotions are an actor's weapons. The first step is to understand them. Master said your ecstasy and anguish are merely superficial. That imitation will only compromise your perception of more complex emotions. But how? Despair. True despair will cost you what you hold most dear, yet at the same time open a new door. You will listen to the whispers you have never listened to, witness everything you have never witnessed, and understand all the emotions that you never understood. You shall become drama itself, the mirror of all things. Like this. Lucien destroyed his own voice. Originium pours into the wound and he is inundated in pain and despair. Blood. Oh. It's all right, Lucien. I'm here. What happened? So, this is... Did you do this to yourself, Lucien? Do you remember my last performance? Or rather, assassination? I failed. They called me a pathetic coward. I'm no longer a favored son of the arts. I don't care about being isolated or scorned because my heart had already left the troupe after that performance. But I stayed because we came from the same place. Because we're friends. I promised you wouldn't be like them. Master was right. No, I'm scared of this troupe and of who you are now.
When is the rerun for Path of Life? That starts on the 27th. So, Thanksgiving. Thursday, I believe. So, yeah. In any case, it will be even more effective than you expect. I just hope I never need to use that trick of yours. Yeah, I saw the post about it today. It starts on the 27th. Okay, so now we need the after. These aren't super long story bits, which is nice. It is late at night. Muffled sounds and suppressed screams can be heard from the prop room, which should be empty at this hour. In a dark corner, the faceless faces of mannequins are illuminated by flashing lights. Tippi cowers into a sofa, hugging a cushion tightly. The knife-wielding killer laughs maniacally, whose blade reflecting the bright white lights. Should say reflects the bright white lights, because it ends... Okay. Their typos sometimes mess me up when I'm reading. In the very next instant... Eek! Moira's unfazed. The other two are screeching. What a classic! That's one of my favorites!
It may be a small budget production from 30 years ago, but it stands up perfectly well to today's films. Ew, watching horror movies really does help let off the steam. I feel better already. Thanks for the invitation, Tip. Like, doesn't it feel better to just scream it all out? I know you didn't mean to interrupt the shoot. You were just on edge. Yeah, I wouldn't say it solved my issues, but at least I can forget about them for tonight. What are we watching next? I've got everything. Horror night has just begun. Hey, why so serious, Molly? You didn't like the movie? I was just thinking. That knife looked a little too thin. I think it'd have had more impact with a more intricate design, like blood grooves on the sides of the blade. All work and no play makes Molly a dull girl. Turn off that work brain already. Have you been spending too much time with Shelley? Meow, Miss Christine! Hey there, mystery lady, what you doing here? The beautiful creature gets between the two girls, stretches, and sits in front of the sofa. Clever girl. Looks like she really likes us, Molly. You want to watch a movie together? But it'll be scary, so don't say I didn't warn you. Whose terminal was that? Molly? Not mine. Sorry, I've got to go.
Uh-oh.
She looked really pale. Do you think Miss Stone is pissed at her about what happened today? Let's try to be there for her tomorrow, too. She looks really tired. Yeah. All right, fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy movie night. This one won Best Design. The background, props, and weapons are really cool.
Screen lights begin flashing again, immersing the two girls in another horror story. Neither of them notice that Miss Christine is nowhere to be seen. So something's up with Shelley. She went pale. Her phone goes off. Miss Christine's there. Is she related to the troupe? Oh, there's this guy. Shelley, I thought you were watching movies with Tip. What's the rush? The overly friendly man notices that Shelley is clutching her terminal in her right hand. Ah, I see. It's an invitation to a date. Try not to look so grim when you're there. I'm sure you'd rather see a smile.
It's none of your business.
Your lips are trembling. You're cold or maybe afraid. You poor thing. You're still shaken about Dalton's accident, aren't you? Just like me. Don't worry. With you as coordinator, I'm sure everything will go just fine. Come on. Let me give you a hug. You could use the warmth.
What do you mean, just like me? Couldn't hear an ounce of fear in that trashy pickup line. Have you completely forgotten what happened 5 years ago? Well, I haven't, because I'm not heartless like you. Don't forget, you're not free from blame for that accident either.
How much are we connecting here? Who's the villains in this? There's so many options and so many ways this is kind of like tilting, and I love it. Rosabels, how's it going? Path of Life rerun on November 27th. Yes, thank you for that confirmation. Perfect. Also, hello. Well, hello to you too. Nice to see you here. 3.2 for Global Reverse 1999 is on the 27th as well, but it's a rumor Corvus is the first character. Ew, interesting. Everyone is the troupe. If it is everyone, that's going to be crazy because there's a lot of people around here. But like he said in regards to the script having the mark in it, now Shelley says that Greta is hiding something and she had a mysterious envelope, so maybe Greta? But this Michael guy gives me vibes like he's got something going on. Shelley might be so on edge because she's like maybe being led into things. I don't know. There's so much here. I can't wait to unravel it a little further, but yeah, I just stuck my foot in a box. Need to clean up my desk here. The light abruptly turns on in the office on the second floor. On one desk, the papers are tidily filed away in folders with hardly any signs of use. On the other, notices are scattered all over, covered in editing marks as though the writer is troubled by something. A tall figure searches around the desks, making not a single sound with his little and nimble motions. Here. The shredder has been used recently. Lucien opens the waste bin and picks up several strips of shredded paper that feel different from the others, different from the printing paper normally used by the film crew. Trimonts University. Environmental monitoring. Signed, Greta. The unusual document that Shelley mentioned. He feels a slight push on his shoulder, seemingly an affirmation, but there is no one else in the room. Welcome back, Miss Christine. There she is.
You've been taking more walks lately. Something here catch your eye. This place is more interesting than expected. Indeed. I've discovered something unexpected myself.
Ooh, this building was used in the one, it's been used in plenty of events, but the first one that comes to mind is the one Rainbow Six event. I think the second one.
Don't overthink this, Shelley. You're only here to see who's playing this sick joke. You saw that number become invalid with your own eyes. It can't be.
Shelley tries her best to calm down. The fear and anxiety she had briefly forgotten while watching the movie now takes over again. Go to the warehouse and atone for your sins. The terminal screen glows in the quiet warehouse, showing the name of the sender. A name that is familiar, yet impossible. Laura.
Who's there? Stop playing games. I know I'm not hearing things this time. What the hell do you want from me? What do you know?
There is no answer. The darkness swallows all sound in the old warehouse. She hears the tiny buzzing of electricity. A light suddenly comes on above a distant shelf. As eerie as it is enticing, Shelley cannot help but walk toward it.
Shelley? Laura? Is that you?
Once again, Shelley starts trembling. She cannot tell if the sound came from deep within the warehouse or from inside her own head. She walks forward in a daze. It is as if she returned to that set 5 years ago where the tragedy occurred.
Shelley, I just got another scene and I need the wire rig. Can you prepare it for me? Arrogant, cocky, proud. How dare you? Fresh face in Wrankwood. Mr. Dalton said the director signed off on it. Dalton, still a star at the time, wanted to teach you a lesson, but you thought he was helping you. Are you happy with how it turned out? Is he not here yet? I've spent hours up in this rig. My knees and elbows are probably bleeding by now. Can you please ask them for me, Shelley? I'm just a coordinator. All I can do is prepare the equipment in the rig. Make sure they're safe. Well, did you?
Just need some background noise so I don't go mad from work. I love how we use each other for work because I get to watch your stuff when I'm at work. When I have downtime, or like when you do get to stream and stuff, you're usually live while I'm at work or close to like my lunch break. So I get to see you while I'm at work and you watch me or listen to me while you're at work. So that's a fun trade-off. I don't always get to jump in chat, but such is the nature of the IT guy staring at other screens. But Shelley arrives before the shelf. The light shines upon a black dust bag. She knows what is inside. Don't open it, Shelley. Don't. It's a head. Inside is an old wire rig set. The hook and tether are badly worn and the harness is frayed. There are dark spots on the black cloth. Laura's blood.
Oh, you can't possibly know. You're just a hallucination. You can't be alive, right? Pain, I brought a pen. How pathetic. Are you still there? Why didn't it work? Was the incident 5 years ago an accident? Or a murder? An accident! It was an accident! It was a tragic accident that only happened because Dalton held a grudge against you. Then why didn't you check my rig? Why? Because I hated you! I hated your selfishness and arrogance. I hated that you made a mess out of the shooting schedule and affected everyone with your unreasonable demands. I was happy when Dalton decided to teach you a lesson. I was checking the wire rig as usual and noticed it was due for a replacement. Then, a little thought crossed my mind. What if an accident happened and you were gone forever? Wouldn't that be even better?
So she did it on purpose. It was her fault. Still in a trance, a hand pushes Shelley over. She hears the sound of coolant flowing through the pipes and frost cracking beneath her. She realizes that she had stumbled into the cold storage at the end of the warehouse. But what can she do? Bang on the door? Shout? She has no strength left to struggle. Fear is gone. She feels completely relaxed. Oh my god. Death has answered all her questions. Sorry, Shelley. Alright, let's do AD3. Let's see. Wait a second. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 more stories. So let's see if we can do 3 and 4 here. And then we will save the remaining stories for tomorrow. We'll do 3 and 4, and we'll do another EX stage or 2. We'll at least do 4. So, oops. Let's go back here. Guy.
Shelley is dead. What? First Dalton, now Shelley. What's going on here? I said Shelley is dead. What's with that tone? Anyway, thanks for coming to inform us that another accident occurred. We're shocked too. The last person she met before she died was Michael. Don't make baseless accusations, Tip. She was watching movies with you and Moira. I heard all about it. Exactly. She was with us, but left partway through after she got a message. Molly and I didn't ask, and we didn't go with her. Maybe we should have. Which is why we need to find out exactly what happened. So I asked around, and someone saw her with you at the studio near the warehouse.
I just bumped into her. She looked distracted. I thought she must have been feeling guilty about interrupting the shoot, so I offered to comfort her. How was I supposed to know she would take her own life?
Comfort her? In an empty studio, just the two of you?
Come on, babe, you know you're the only girl for me.
Just shut up already. So did you really kill Shelley?
he openly admits that he was with another woman alone, and his girlfriend's there. She's just like, really? Really? She should have just slapped him and done with it. But anyways. 2 accidents in as many days.
And not just accidents, fatalities. All the film crews in Wrankwood, how'd I end up in this one? Just my rotten luck.
Oh, come on. You blame your luck whenever a can of paint gets spilled. Whenever a shadow dashes across the studio floor. Studio door. Even when the intercity net has a bad signal. Well, they say this is our big break. Do you even realize how much the tabloids will pay for a first-hand account from a witness? Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go make sure I remember every last detail of Shelley's corpse.
Could you not? Don't we still have work to do on set?
You go first, Houghton. I have notes to take. He's like morbid with taking notes. Abner and Shelley's been out of sorts for a while now. Did the shock of Dalton's death drive her to suicide? It sounds plausible, but it's not much of a story. There's more to it than meets the eye, then I wouldn't have to worry about rent for half a year. Why should I be holding up mics to make ends meet? Huh? Didn't the medical team say she died of hypothermia? What's with all these wounds on her left palm? Yikes, that's creepy. Is it some kind of occult ritual? Not a ritual, but the struggle of a sign of a struggle against herself. Struggle? Isn't everyone saying she walked into the cold storage from stress? Could there really be a dark secret to this? Oh, Lucian, where'd you come from? I didn't hear you at all. I suggested that she fight her hallucinations with pain. She'd been hearing echoes of the past, but wanted to finish her work and bring this movie to a satisfactory conclusion. She wouldn't have taken her own life out of despair. Self-inflicted wounds on her hand are proof of that. This time, however, the pain was not enough for her to escape. That stubborn, neurotic, and paranoid Shelley actually listened to you? Now that's hard to believe. But it sounds like you knew her well, Lucian. Not especially. Fatality. Fatality. You lose. Unlucky stagehand. Maybe get a better name next time if you don't want bad things to happen. Oh my god, exactly. Don't need to be called unlucky. Are you kidding me? I killed Shelley just because she rejected me? Babe, do you even hear what you're saying? Tip, you said she left because she got a message, right? I noticed her holding her terminal too, so whoever sent that message must have killed her, right?
You're saying it wasn't you? I'd also like an explanation, Michael. Terminal was damaged by the cold, making it impossible to retrieve the logs, but everyone in the film crew is given the same company-issued model. There shouldn't be anyone but crew members on the contact list.
And what's that supposed to prove, Detective? It could just as well be Greta or Melanie. They sure weren't happy with how she interrupted the shooting that day. Maybe one of them decided to give her a piece of her mind.
Shelley and Greta are glued at the hip when working, giving them plenty of opportunities to deal with anything unexpected. And Melanie is a stickler for the rules and etiquette of the industry. She always respects the crew's schedule and would never disturb a coworker when they're off the clock. The only clue we have is that she was with you right before she died. Look, I don't know who sent her that message either, okay? I just ran into her at the studio. At that hour, wouldn't you normally be drinking with the girls from the art team or in Marion's room? Aren't you usually busiest at night? So why did you go back to the filming area, Michael?
Oh, my lovely little birdie.
Are you jealous that you haven't had the chance to drink with me yet? Well, you'll have plenty of chances once you grow up. So you came to the studio for whatever unknown reason, or you ran into Shelley, who had left the prop room to meet someone else. If all you did was offer a few words of comfort, why won't you give me a straight answer? Did you really have nothing to do with her death? But after working every little stupid odd job in Wrankwood, from cleaner to stagehand to set decorator to background painter, now you're playing at a detective? Or did Shelley become an honorary member of your little sisterhood with Moira after watching a single horror flick together? Give me a break. How many times has she yelled at you for those scribbles you call work? You're hardly friends. I don't see why you're coming after me now. And you think there's a culprit behind every accident? Maybe all those movies have rotted your brain. In the 2 months I've known Shelley, she's almost never smiled or praised anyone's work. Sure, I got more criticism than anyone. I've had to put in a ton of overtime to make a background we were both happy with. But I've also seen the joy on her face when she was checking the film at the end of each day. My God, I can't talk. She could catch all the obscure movie references I snuck into my backgrounds. If she was in so much pain that freeing herself of it like this seemed like the best option, then I'll just have to accept that. But if someone else is messing with her feelings and taking away her chance to enjoy the movies she loves so much, then I'll never forgive them. I really did run into Shelley by chance. I went to the studio to see someone. See someone? Can anyone corroborate that? It was me. Molly? Michael came to see me last night.
Ah! Yo! Let's put it bluntly, but that is the truth. Yo.
Are you close to her? I simply empathized with her pain. She needed to stay lucid. So did I. A mysterious curse or a love turned to hate, which would sell better. So where were you last night? Second floor office. It's where Shelley and Greta kept their important documents. What are you doing there? Solving a puzzle. Anyone see you there? It's Christine. Ha! I'm supposed to take the word of that creature who's always following you around? She doesn't even talk. Come on, don't look so pissed. I saw you perform opposite Dalton the other day. I know how good an actor you are. You could tell me anything and it'd sound believable. But to tell you the truth, I don't even care how Shelley died. And I wouldn't tell the police even if you were involved. Heck, getting your name in the tabloids might make the cops less suspicious. Tons of people read them, but no one believes a word they say. So how about you cooperate a little? What's this puzzle you were solving in the office? Trying to set a trap for Shelley? You're not worried that a murder occurred on the plate? Hey, this film crew's got no shortage of grudges and scores to settle. How else am I supposed to make a living? Think there's any money in being a camera assistant? Even if the answer might threaten everyone's lives. Ha! You sure can talk big. But I must ask you to keep this a secret. Of course. Tabloids will pay good money for it, so why should I give away my own golden ticket? Lucien leans towards the camera assistant and whispers the hidden truth in his ear. The look in the assistant's eyes turns from excitement to terror. What? Forte's scream echoes through the warehouse. His notebook and pen fall to the ground. The other staff, still cleaning up the scene, look at the two of them disapprovingly, but only for a moment until the terrifying message reaches their ears. Catastrophe is about to hit the plate! Uh-oh. Old movie references help in solving the mystery faster. Like literally one art helped. One artwork. One art, please. Stone, is it true we're heading straight toward a catastrophe? Even if we're outside of town, shouldn't we be getting warnings from Wrankwood's intercity net? Why haven't we gotten anything on our terminals? So all those times I lost signal weren't just my bad luck. Someone sabotaged our comms. Enough with this baseless speculation. Baseless? I found a few strips of paper in your office. When you put them together, they form a catastrophe forecast for Trimount's University and a storyboard. Signed by you, Greta Stone. What are you planning? Let me see that. No one told me about any of these new scenes. Aren't I supposed to be the director of photography? But why do we need to set up cameras at the edge of the plate? There aren't any sets out there. Wait, I get it. What the Ford, Greta? You planned all this. Why did you hide it from us? Calm down, Abner. Maybe she just didn't have the time to update you on the new schedule. In the chaos following Shelley's death, you're still defending this lunatic? She wants to get the plate close to it Trip myself up. She wants to get the plate close to a catastrophe to film it, putting all of our lives at risk. Almost said catastrophe. I'm an idiot. Anyways, furious cameraman smashes his equipment to the ground. I've had enough of this shit. I'm leaving this place now. As impulsive as ever, Abner. So persuasive coming from a goddamn lunatic. How much of your own money did you put into this to make up for the box office losses of that movie 5 years ago? You're counting on this one for your comeback after all those failed investments. So if this film flops, are you gonna use Dalton and Shelley's accidents too? The same way you used that girl who fell to her death? Calm down, Abner. I see you've been closely following my career, but what about yours? How many films have you worked on in the last 3 years? This is the first, isn't it? Sloppy, short-tempered, unprofessional. Camera equipment is expensive. What other film crew would even give you a chance? You wouldn't even make it as a freelance event photographer. You want to leave? Fine by me. I'll even waive the contract penalty, for old time's sake. But where do you think you can go, Abner? Does it matter? Worst comes to worst. What, you leave town, change jobs, spare all those poor camera lenses from your abuse? Say whatever you like, swear as many oaths as you want. If that's really how you feel, why are you even here? So are you leaving or not? Abner does not pick up the equipment, nor does he leave. He stands unmoving in silence, caught between his life and his past. Have you calmed down? Look on the bright side. If we do finish this movie, maybe you'll win a few more awards for best cinematography. Feel free to reject me once the offer starts rolling in. Dream as big as you want, Greta. I stopped dreaming 5 years ago. Now, these latest 2 accidents have reminded us of some tragedy we've experienced together, and led others to be taken in by half-true rumors. So I'd like to take this chance to lay everything out on the table for the sake of our cooperation on the rest of this project. Most of the crew here has also worked with me 5 years ago, when an unfortunate accident occurred due to aging equipment. A young actress, Laura, was killed. Feel free to look up the police reports. Everything is out in the open. I have nothing to hide. The only connection that incident has to my decision to film a catastrophe is that it taught me a lesson. What we lack is not skill, it's courage. Of course, by no means have I disregarded your safety. Before our plate departed Central Wrankwood, I visited expert catastrophologists at Trimount's University. I obtained a detailed report and tested the data in the plate's navigational system multiple times. The studio plate will keep a safe distance from the catastrophe. Access to the emergency escape land boats will remain unrestricted. Any staff member who feels their life is in danger may use them at their own discretion. And I will be the last to leave this place. If there are no further questions, dismissed. So she points out the lifeboats and she pulls the whole, I'm the captain of the ship, I'll be the last one to go down kind of deal. Interesting. Not you. Stay. Miss Stone, I won't apologize for telling everyone. No need to be anxious. I just wanted to know how you got the documents. Like I said, I did it myself. Don't lie to me. You have no talent for it, and I have no time. I'm obliged to protect the identity of my informants. Disturbing the peace of the studio is a violation of the 2nd and 5th clauses of your contract. Would you like to see the outcome of that reflected in your bank account? There are exceptions made under exceptional circumstances. It was Lucian. Greta casts her gaze across the crowd and scattered equipment and sees him standing outside the chaos. The feline receives Greta's cold gaze unperturbed and gives her a nod. Why did he nod at her? Was that a
hey, I know what's up kind of nod, or was that they're cooperating kind of nod? Confusion. Woohoo! Dear God, she is a lunatic. So, chat, if anybody saw, I did make the announcement not only in Discord and on socials and here on YouTube, but I did get access to the PlayStation 5 technical test for Arknights Enfield. And what's funny is they just sent like the confirmation email of it, even though I was able to check the website and saw that I got access. So we're going to Talos 2 here at the beginning of December. I cannot wait to play. Finally got access to one of the betas. So I'll have to hook up my PS5 to the capture card here, and we'll be able to play for you guys when that comes out. But I'm so pumped to be able to play that. I can't wait. Phantom be like, you can't get rid of me. He's like, you ain't got nothing. Nope. Miss Christine will take care of your ass for me.
You said Michael came to see you last night? Yeah. But we kept going after Shelley left, didn't we? We watched a Yanni's Jiangxi movie next. Wait, come to think of it, you did leave the room for a little while. Michael sent me a message on my terminal. He was waiting for me in the studio because he had some important questions. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have left in the middle of our movie night. Please don't be mad. I'm mad, all right. Tippi. I'm mad you didn't ask me to come with you. Huh? What if Michael tried to assault you? That sleazebag wouldn't know morals or self-restraint if they hit him in the face. Or what if he was frustrated about the shoot getting interrupted and wanted to take it out on you? You're like a magnet for bullies.
Hey, I don't bully girls.
Yeah, right. You're an asshole even to Marion. Never mind other girls. Even the kid sees right through you.
Oh, when your own woman calls you out on your shit, I love it. That's great. Congrats, I'll try to watch. I appreciate that. I hope it's good. I hope it's entertaining, that's for sure. I like what I see so far. I'm very optimistic about it, so I can't wait to jump in. And I've tried every beta so far to get in, and I haven't gotten into anything. And, you know, fingers crossed, maybe we'll get lucky and be able to get into the PC or phone version as well, but, you know, it would be nice to have that, but I'm happy. Regardless, I got PS5 tech test access, so that one starts in early December, whereas the other beta starts the end of this week, so.
I wanted to ask you to come, but he said I had to come alone. I had been in a few film crews. I could guess it was some kind of prank, but didn't want you to get caught up in it too. Molly, I've been in Wrankwood way longer than you have, and I know way more jobs. Next time you meet someone like that, just tell me, and I hope you think of a way to get back at them. All right.
Well, what now, detective? With Moira's testimony, can I take it I've been cleared of suspicion?
Maybe it really was a coincidence that he ran into Shelley. We saw how she was when she left that night.
Like she wasn't all there, right?
Yeah, maybe she was at her limit. But
thank you for testifying on my behalf, Moira. I know it took courage after all. Tip might be even more protective of you than your actual sister. Speaking of which, is she still working as an actress? If she's as cute as you, do you think you could give me her number? Maybe I could help her land a role or two.
Seriously? Even after getting accused of murder?
Come on, babe, I'm just trying to lighten the mood.
Whatever, don't change the subject.
She just stands there and lets him just like, hey, you know, give me your number. Is she cute like you? Like, come on. If I were her, I'd have punched him in the face and walked off by now. Like, that's, come on. This is the guy who has a minor obsession with angel dust of all characters. Anyways, I think Talos 2 is a moon or planet in real life. Yeah, I did see about that. That's very interesting connection, but I wonder if it was actually named that way or just on its own. They didn't really think about that.
You still haven't told me why you were looking for Moira. Yeah, I want to know too. I think they deserve to know, Michael.
Moira, don't.
He asked me if there was a way to sneak off the plate.
Ew, okay. Okay, wait, which one was that? Was that the end? Was that the after? If it was, then we're done with this much. Yeah, okay, we're done with this. Cool. All right. All right, so... let's do this. And then it is 1:37. I do need to wrap up for the night. Okay. Let's do... Okay, I still have Mulesies in the team, yes. Yeah, I'll have to continue with story and stuff tomorrow. I should be able to go live a little bit earlier tomorrow, thankfully, but... Okay.
Hello, space. Housekeeping here. Ready to clean.
Okay.
Let's begin. Got it.
Hiya. Want a candy? Oh, wishes. I
Okay,
bet
Lapland.
less.
Put you out the guard there. And then...
Your weapons are right at your fingertips.
Okay.
Why wait?
Let's throw Narnti
Illusion
here.
and intimidation are my
Let
tactics
her have
too.
some fun.
Relax. What? You think you're a better robber than
Okay.
me?
Okay, you out here.
Get what you deserve. You can't stop me.
Okay. Oh boy.
Spring breeze, timely rain. Now we sow the grain.
All oiled into a
What are you waiting for?
Bye bye. Moo Moo, do your job. Let's go.
Coalesce.
The shadow beneath your feet.
Alright, we'll keep everybody healed. Honestly, the story is so refreshing after the past ones. It is really good so far. It's kind of interesting. Nice little, like, murder mystery type story. And it's got some darkness and depth to it, but it's not so heavy, you know.
Come to my song.
Curse of the attack videotapes.
Got an idea. I've swallowed up.
Another time for hello.
Get him, Kitty. Ah, Kitty didn't even go boom yet. I love it. Just now finishes the EX stages myself. Hey, glad you finished them.
Awaiting order. Cut them to pieces.
Awesome. And nice to see you as well, Musey. Oh my god. My voice! I cannot, I am like tripping over everything.
Plant you into all oiled into
Alright, go. Get him.
I knew you were right away.
Relax. What? You think you're a better
Bye-bye.
robber than me?
Moo Moo, get him. Okay, that one wasn't bad at all. Okay, we can tackle challenge mode on it.
No cheering makes me
Excuse
feel
me.
a little uneasy. Let's head back.
Doo doo doo.
A drink?
Doo doo doo.
Maybe next time.
Doo doo doo. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Doo doo. Okay, so Moo Moo out. Throw her out the same way. Cool. Narantuya.
Let's begin. Awaiting orders.
Okay. Lapland. You know what? No.
Toxins and traps are my tactics.
Let animosity be gone.
Okay, now we put Lapland up there. We're good.
I've got an idea. I've swallowed up the sun.
The shadow
Okay, we'll
beneath
get him
your
out.
feet is not your own.
Beautiful.
No need to cover up.
Okay, now we need to get you and Shu out, and we should be in solid shape.
The burning hate doth speak your minds.
You saw nothing.
Whoa, they walked right through. That's interesting.
I got my mirages to lead them on. We'll go this way.
Okay, so we need something to stop them, which of course is the light. But how interesting. Maybe we'll point the light in a different direction this time for the challenge mode. Sounds like you had fun so far. Had so much fun with the mechanics. I finished the EX stages the day it came out. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't get to play him. That was my son's birthday, so
Housekeeping here. Ready to
we'll do
clean.
this. Let's try this. See what effect we get here.
Easy peasy.
Draw swords.
Ah, no, it did the same thing. Crap.
He's gone.
All right, we'll just have to reposition here.
Tell me, what's your plan?
Okay, there we go.
No.
Tragodia this way. Okay, that's it.
War. A word I've not heard in a long
Yeah, it was his birthday on Thursday, so I didn't get to really do anything there. Really? Come on. What are we doing? There we go.
Awaiting order. Cut them to pieces.
flesh and bone bears. I'll have a time for hellos.
Blow them up. Pookie, get out there. Do your job. Pookie. Let's get some explosions going on here. Not some explosions, but Wolfie. Ooh, beautiful. Okay.
Relax. You can't stop me.
Okay. All right, we're doing a little better this time around. Now that we have the camera faced this way.
Candy? Take like water.
The apron.
He's not gonna help at all. Block, block. There we go. Having her down here for some extra help is beautiful. I love it.
I wasn't supposed to flesh and bone bears.
You can't stop.
Let's go. That's it. Got it. Take them there. Beautiful.
Want a candy?
Come on, Moo Moo.
Time for hellos.
Ooh, all right. Go, Pookie. Get on the attack. Ooh. That was rough. Did it.
Moving to designated
Actually,
location.
she's got to stay there.
You can't stop me.
Okay.
Relax.
Boom.
Enough. Only nightmares come with me.
Let's go. We got it. Haha.
No problem.
Is that the unique voice lines for Wishdale skin? Probably. If you heard her talking, more than likely. She's got a couple different lines with this skin. I like it. Been busy these days. I haven't even touched the new event either. Going to now. Oh boy. Oh, happy belated happy birthday, child. Yeah, he turned 14 on Thursday, so I didn't have a lot of time on Thursday to do anything, or I probably would have went live with this, but I didn't go live a lot these past few days, so it's nice to get back to it here. But we'll finish the EX stages tomorrow for sure, and the story here, because it is 1:45, so, which we did make a good bit of progress on the story. We're up to 4, which if I get to start earlier, will be fine, but at the same time, Wednesday is my last day of work for the week, so, and it's not going to be very busy, it's kind of going to be dead, and I do have to go in early and kind of leave early, so I don't know, I kind of have a good balance that tomorrow night, I can be alive a bit longer than what I am tonight, but that was fun. We accomplished a lot. But,
Here's a carnival costume. Put it on.
yeah, I feel old because I ran into a
She knows.
former coworker from years ago at Walmart yesterday when I went for Thanksgiving groceries, and he saw my kids and he's like, "These are yours," and I'm like, "Yeah," and he knew Toby, my oldest. It was his birthday. He knew him from when he was way little, when he was just a baby. And he looked at him and he's like, "How old are you?" And Toby's very kind of backwards. I mean, he's autistic, so he kind of struggles sometimes with speaking up for himself. So he kind of looked at me and I'm like, "He's fine. You don't remember him," but I said, "You knew him when you were wee little." I said, "I used to work with him back at the nursing home when I was at my first job." I said, "He just turned 14 a couple days ago." And this guy looked at him and he tells him, he's like, "Yeah, I knew you when you were little." And he's like, "Man, time just goes by. Time flies by." And he looks at me and he goes, "You're all gray." I'm like, "I was all gray back then. You just don't remember." But it's crazy. I have a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old. The hell is the time gone? Happy late birthday. Gonna head out. I'll see you. All right, cool. See you later, Silent. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you for hanging out as long as you did. Oh, the video I sent to General. Yeah, let me check that out. Let me check that out. I forgot about that real quick. 1 second. Let me pull that up. But yeah, it's just so weird. I feel so old. And I'm only 33. Oh, man. But yeah, it's been a busy few days, and yesterday I just slept so much. I slept most of the day, got up just enough to go to the store, take him to hockey practice, and to come home and sleep more. But it's going to be a nice week, I think, here. We'll finish this up tomorrow, and then the rest of the week we'll probably be rolling with family Fortnite streams to grind out the last of our battle pass and get ready. Saturday afternoon, we'll have the event to end the chapter, and then depending on how things go, Saturday night I might go live with something else. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we'll pull up Discord here so we can look at what Bio sent here. Dang, we're like around the same age. Okay. Google Drive. Uh-oh. Whoops. I just sent an access request with my one email address bio because it says that I needed access for it. Asian genes make me look younger, so Americans tend to peg me as 20 years old. Well, I mean, that is an interesting trope. I mean, that is kind of like one of those things where I always hear about it, and you know, I know there's a lot of like stereotyping behind that sort of thing, but it's kind of interesting that it is kind of genuine, because you see a lot of Asian people that look so youthful, and they're like just very, very youthful in appearance, and then they're like, oh, I'm like 40 years old, or I'm 50 years old, and it's like, huh? What are your secrets? I want to look good. So many pretty people. All right, Biotech shared it. Okay, let me refresh that. Access denied. No longer. Okay, 1 second here. We stop aging when we hit 20, then rapidly age once we get to 60. Oh my god. Half Asian, half white, going to find out how that goes. Oh man. I'm sure it's gonna go perfectly fine for you, Musey. All right, let me pull up. What do I need here? Arknights. Not that one. Display capture or window capture. Let's do display. Oof. There we go. Okay, let me put my... You said there's no audio on this anyways. So what is this? Yeah, no audio. Okay. Reinforce arcane skill. Oh, so this is kind of like card battling in a way? Okay, I think you've caught my interest a little bit more, because I like that kind of game. Interesting. That is a creepy looking boss too. I like that. Ew. Wicked animation. Flower. Pretty. Dynamo. Finished metal set. Awesome. Oh, boss fight. Yeah, okay. Turn-based card fights, but characters only have 3 attacks each, usually plus alt. Okay. Art style is really cool. Like, I've seen the character designs and stuff from stuff that you guys have recommended me to look at, but like the art style for that boss and stuff like that is really cool. And for this, like the combat layout is really cool. I like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? Specialist icon. Ooh. Dynamo team. The art and music is great. It does look really cool. I'll have to listen to some of the music. I'm still like hardcore listening to like the battle themes and stuff from what's it called? Limbus Company. That was pretty cool though, Baya. So that's a Dynamo team, you said. That's interesting. Like I said, with all the stuff that we've got going on, we've got some reruns and stuff like that coming up. So I'm going to be trying to spend that time while we're doing the reruns for like Path of Life. I've got stuff like that that I could go through pretty quickly, but I already did the story and stuff. So it's going to give me more time to get into the celebration streams that we have planned, as well as trying to get into some of these other games. Reverse 1999, but other stuff that I need to continue playing that I haven't played on stream for a while. So we're going to continue here. We're going to get some other stuff in, but this week's just going to be tight with the holiday. And I don't know, maybe I'd said when I was live on X earlier that I might not go live on Thursday. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll still go live Thursday night, like a family stream, you know, my wife and kids and I, you know, Thanksgiving. We're thankful for family. We're thankful for fun and being able to do stuff like that together. So maybe that'll be a little bit fun. We'll see how the time goes and how tired we feel when we get home. But this week is going to be different for the sake of the fact that, like I said, today and tomorrow are Arknights, and then we'll pretty much be packing Fortnite in for the rest of the week until the weekend, and we'll see how things go. But with other stuff. And then next week is kind of up in the air, but I've got recording stuff I've been doing as well. Voice acting stuff I've been working on. I got some recordings and stuff in today when I got home. Voice acting stuff that I had to get done. A couple of auditions, as well as I had recorded about half of my lines for Topsy Turvy today, which was pretty cool. So that was fun. Also got to flex my angel dust impression for a little bit for an audition, which was kind of funny. That was awkward, but it was fun. That was actually fun being in the booth and trying to do that. If you film me going at it with Mr. Fancy Pants Creepy Voice over here. Usually go Fatutu or Medicine Pocket as a healer. Poison Team. Ooh, Poison Team. Ooh. When I hear Poison Team, I think Pokemon, which I don't really have a team comp specific for Poison, or for like Pokemon in general. I just usually go for whatever catches my attention or whatever I have on hand. Like right now, my team comp in Pokemon ZA is for Alligator. Who do I have? For Alligator, Absol, Braixen, I think. Who else? There's 3 others, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But I have like some stupid team comp that doesn't make any sense at all. Like, but it works. It does everything for me. But is what it is. Strange little ways that I play those games. Ezio. Limbus. Yeah, I definitely need to get into Limbus here again. Because I need to do not only the Limbus Company, my Mirror Dungeon learning, but I need to play Kanto 3. I desperately need to play Kanto 3. I actually logged in today to collect what was in the mailbox, and I did a couple polls for the new Don Quixote and didn't get anything out of it. Not today, at least. But I only had like 8 or 9 pulls worth, so nah. Is what it is. My favorite phrase, unintentionally. Jessica is my favorite. Doctor, can I have a hug? Wrong, Jessica. Can only imagine things he said. It was just quotes for the audition, was just quotes from the show, so it was nothing too crazy for Angel Dust, but I got no holes left to deflower. No, that wasn't one. I got the new Dawn, but not Heathcliff. Oh, you got Fluffy Dawn. She looks adorable. I didn't look too much into them other than like the little, what they show on screen there, but for all 3 ultimates, I would have to go to a level with 3 rounds to show all 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you'd need to extend your play a little bit more to be able to beat that, or to be able to show all 3. It's all good, though. This is a pretty cool look at how it played, though. Like I said, the card battling type thing caught my attention. Back in the day, there was not a card battling game like that in essence, but it was a card style game that my wife and I used to play kind of religiously on our phones. Rage of Bahamut. It eventually got turned into an anime, and now it was actually the precursor to Shadowverse. Shadowverse uses some of the same characters and artwork, which is pretty cool. But we played the original Rage of Bahamut, and we got really into it to the point where I had some really good decks and comps and stuff built in that game for gameplay. I had notes on that. That was one of the first mobile type games that I ever actually sat and took notes on. Like, you guys know about my Arknights notes and now my Limbus Company notes and stuff like that. I'll probably do the same thing with Reverse, but I took notes on that game and we sat and played together. We had a guild. We had people in our guild. We had somebody that like joined and then they were quitting. So they like gave us all their cards and their account and stuff. It was real weird, but we never used the account. We just transferred everything to us, and we ended up building the guild up a little more. And then they were like, oh, we're ending service on the game. We moped for a while. It's just as bad as when Tragodia Lost came out. If Tragodia Lost was still available, if Nintendo didn't cancel it because of quote-unquote lack of sales, I would be playing that on stream as well. That game was amazing. I loved that game. But we had so much fun with that one, too. Tragodia Lost, we got into big time and played that together. We played so much of that together. I had Mega Man. I had all the Persona collab characters. I had so many cool characters in that game too. And I had most of my characters maxed out, but that was a ton of fun. I miss that game so much. That one actually would have been a really good one for Nintendo to have made an offline version like they did with Animal Crossing and I think Fire Emblem. Is that the other one that has one of their other mobile games? Has a full offline version that you can play, but they could have really done that with Tragodia, and that would have been so. The story was great, but of course it ended too early for them to actually have a good finish to it, so it's disappointing. I wanted it to have a good ending. I was so invested in it. I think you have enough good characters to nearly clear the game now. I just need to get the stuff to upgrade everybody, to actually really put time into upgrading everybody on my team. So, yeah. Oh, World Flipper was my favorite. You told me about that one. I think I actually remember trying that at one point. After talking to you about it, I believe I tried it. I downloaded it, played a little bit, but I don't think I ever went far. I think I played it just a little to try it, and that was it. But I vaguely remember it after looking up some gameplay video on it, so... Same developers. It had a similar art style now that I think of it. So yeah, it could be. When I told you it was EOS already. Yeah, I know that much. I just remember, like, I vaguely remember playing the beginning of it. Like back when. No, I'm not saying that I went and played it after you told me about it. What I'm saying is, like, you told me about it, and I remember, like, I looked it up because of what you were saying. It sounded familiar, and I watched some gameplay on YouTube, and I was like, I think I had actually tried this. So it's weird. I'm not positive on it yet, but yeah, I don't know. But all right, guys, I'm going to go get to bed for work, but I will be back tomorrow. We'll finish up this story in these EX stages and then get ready to blast through the rest of the week with just some chill fun, playing some Fortnite and stuff like that, and continue towards the holiday and the weekend and everything else. Maybe if I get bored, maybe we'll go live either in Discord or on X or something, or maybe even here on YouTube. I don't know. We'll go live on mobile while I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner, which will be Friday because of the fact that Thursday we go over to my parents' house. So probably Friday. Well, Friday morning, I'll be cooking dinner. So I'll hang out, chat with you guys while I make food and have a good time. But we'll see how things go. I don't know yet. But you know me, plans are always up in the air. I can never commit to anything because I always screw it up in the end. So appreciate you all for taking the time out of your day to hang out here while we were live. Those of you watching this on the VOD after, you are awesome as well. We will see you again tomorrow night. Take care. And if you haven't, make sure you smile before you end your day, because it's been a pretty decent Monday to kick off this week. So if you haven't smiled, find something to make you smile. And then we move on. Tuesday, here we come. Thanks, chat. Take care. We will see you tomorrow.